in a cell. What's it like when you trying to get mail? What's it like when you trying to make bail? When you're getting no help and you're living in hell. Yeah. Your mind's on a loop, your stomach's on pause. Dreams of a key, but you're stuck with the bars. A prayer, a scream, a fight with the walls. Time crawls, time stalls, the system don't call. Can you hear me now? Can you feel the sound? This is the weight that pulls me down. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. Life can be a nightmare, I don't wanna say it though. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. The journey isn't ending just because they say the case is closed.
3, 2, 1, bang. Hello, everybody. Hello, hard time, real talk, supporters. What's going on? I'm doing the screen recording and the video. And so, right now, I hope you can hear me. I'm this little thing that sticks to the window that always falls. There we go, bang. Today feels like a Sunday. Jeez. It feels like a depressing Sunday. I think it's because it's the second day in a row that oh, there we go. I think it's because, hi. If I'm gonna post this video, I just started the video itself, but the screen recording is going. My daughter hasn't gone to school in 2 days because she's not feeling well, so it's a weekend to me. It just feels like a Sunday, a depressing Sunday, and like I stopped posting the car videos for a while, just thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna do the podcast because engagement and stuff. I don't want to ask for engagement, but now if you engage, you engage. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. So I'm gonna put out what I put out, because I'm thinking I don't have a story to tell or whatever, and I started, thinking like, why do people like the car videos? Is it the stories? Is it me? Being on social media, like, what is it? My aim was to do the podcast, but then with the podcast, it's all about the guests. I think I do a good job of letting the guests carry the show. Then if the case and we keep doing that, I don't really talk so much anymore and be myself. I know that throughout the years, I've made a lot of friends. Just being myself when I didn't have much to offer. Doing time, I made a lot of friends. I know the more and more time I did, and the more and more segregation time I did, it definitely has damaged me as a person and my social skills. She just keeps texting me. It's fucking driving me crazy. It definitely has damaged my social skills, and the more I become a person. I've always been a person who says what's on my mind, says how I feel. There's not many people like that around. Almost would say 95% of people just say whatever to appease you, will say whatever in front of you. not everybody talks behind people's backs, but most people will just say whatever behind your back and not to your face. I've always somebody, whatever I say to you about a person, even if I'm fucking talking shit, it's something that I've said to them, that I will say to them. I'll never say something behind somebody's back that I wouldn't say to them. The type of person I've always been. Social media, I'll never comment something to somebody I wouldn't say to their face. Do you know what I mean? And I pride myself on that. I pride myself on being someone who will say anything to you. I'm not afraid of anybody. I never have been. The only person I fear is myself, because of some of the things I've done and how I lose control. But lately, I realized more and more that even though I know talking to somebody, or that this is gonna make somebody upset, or I know how this is gonna turn out, I still do it anyways. Even when I'm being warned by somebody that cares about me and saying, hey, don't do that. Yeah, you know how this is gonna turn out. Like, I can't seem to control myself when it comes to how I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it seems. I like speaking how I feel and saying my piece and just like controlling, like, well, hey, this is how I feel, and I can't seem to. It's so hard for me to drop things, no matter what it's about. And with politics, I've upset so many people with politics, and I seem to upset a lot of people. And even with troll shit, like the people that don't like me and troll me really don't have good reasons to. They just started trolling for no good reason. But they were people that couldn't stop watching afterwards. One said, oh, I like your content, but I just don't like you. Now I'd say, well, whatever your issue is, you know, everybody's entitled to their feelings, but why do you keep watching? The trolls would always be the first one on every episode to comment. They never missed any car video. They never missed anything. And now I'm noticing they don't miss any. I've been on a bunch of podcasts, and they didn't miss none of those either. And it's like there has to be obviously something that makes people want to watch, something about my personality that makes people dislike me. I don't know why, and it's because I do that, because I just say whatever, and I never really cared if people and I don't care that people dislike me. It's their actions that bother me. The actions bother me. I don't give a fuck that people dislike me. There are definitely enough people that do like me to wash that away. So I will do car videos. I will continue to do car videos, because I feel like there are other things I can talk about than just telling stories of, because I don't want to glorify all my stories are really glorifications of times in prison when it didn't really bother me, when prison wasn't like the worst thing in the world to me, and that's why I kept going back, because prison as a punishment wasn't the worst punishment. And I do whatever to try to get out as quick as I could. I mean, not on a good time and stuff, but you know, obviously I wanted to get out, but when I was out, I didn't do much on the street to make sure that I didn't go back. And it got worse and worse each time. The progression. Not only the progression of my use, obviously, but the progression of violence, the progression of not giving a fuck. That progression of not giving a fuck had got so bad at one point that it literally is a miracle that we're sitting here today and I'm out. You know what I mean? I see these guys and guys that were in a while when I was in, and I know they're still in. Like, they're still in there. I've been going about my business and out for a while and have not had a from standing for count. Have not had a break from any of that fucking nonsense. And there's just so much nonsense that really does get to you sometimes. I don't care who you are, how strong your will is, how strong you are as a person. There's things that get to you, especially up the max. Because you'll just be sitting there enjoying yourself. You accumulated a bunch of things. A lot of them might be contraband, you know what I mean? Like, your cell looks fucking cozy, and you get a little comfortable, and then next thing you hear is shakedown, and if you're on the block and that don't ruin your day, I don't care if you don't have anything to worry about in your cell to get locked. If that don't ruin your day, then there's something wrong with you, because you know that you're gonna have a bunch of cops in your cell just trampling your shit, disrespecting your shit, throwing your mattress on the floor, stepping on your pillow, fucking just tearing through everything you own, and just disrespecting it and doing whatever they want, just throwing whatever they want away. And then you just come in your cell, and it just looks like a tornado just ran through it. And you're sitting in the gym, and 9 times out of 10, I know for myself, I had something illegal in there. But the more times you go through a shakedown, if you have common sense, you start to prepare for these things. So you do everything you can to make sure that if that day happens, they're not going to find whatever it is, or you have whatever on you, that you don't get luck. So then you got to sit there nervous, like, fuck, am I even going back to the block? Because even going back to the block to find that messy ass cell is sometimes you're lucky, because there's so many times that you hear shakedown and you know you're going straight from the gym. You're sitting in the gym and you're like, I know I'm going to the box. I know I'm going to the box. And like, I would sit there sometimes and there would be like some asshole in a good mood or something, and I'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, how are you in a good fucking mood? Like, what there would always be 1 or 2 assholes who just don't give a fuck because they don't have nothing, and they don't have to worry about getting logged. You know, it's like they're just somebody that just goes about things and don't have no contraband in them. But I forget what brought me to that. Of course I do. Guys that are still in and still have to worry about that. I think about guys that are level A's, and a level A is somebody that has an escape risk, or they have some type of on their record. And when you're a level A, or if you have an institutional murder, the reason I think about that a lot is I think about my friend Chad. oh shit, I gotta reach out to Danielle. She reached out to me. I've been, last week was very busy, if you're watching this, Danielle. And then this week, I've just been dealing with this thing that's just been stressing me, and it's starting to stress my wife out, and it's really been, it's bothering me. And I was looking for some support from friends, from some friends about it. I don't know why this keeps doing this fucking 3, 2, 1 shit. Fucking stop. Oh my god, it just keeps taking pictures. Sorry. So, and I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I know that, listen, I have trolls, and once I learned to accept it, like, and once I started to look at it as trolls are a sign of success, I don't care about trolls. I don't. You just don't bother me. You just literally tell me that I'm doing something right. Like Dr. Rob said, that nobody is going to comment negatively or continue to come on your page every fucking video, every episode, if you're not succeeding or if you're not doing better than them. So, sorry, I have to pause. So, I have no problem with trolls. I stopped engaging. 100% stopped engaging with certain dudes. And even after
in a cell. What's it like when you're trying to get mail? What's it like when you're trying to make bail? When you're getting no help and you're living in hell? Yeah. Your mind's on a loop, your stomach's on pause. Dreams of a key, but you're stuck with the bars. A prayer, a scream, a fight with the walls. Time crawls, time stalls, the system don't call. Can you hear me now? Can you feel the sound? This is the weight that pulls me down. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. Life can be a nightmare, I don't wanna say it though. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard